Inside Out.
Salam, but we were Gulu as a former parliamentarian, regional sittings, the first ever in history, Yatura Gulu.
Where Gulu means what? Where Gulu means what?
The regional city of northern Uganda.
Where northern Uganda includes what?
The districts that form the north geographically.
A geographical north.
The geographical north.
Including West Nile.
Yeah, yes.
Including Lango.
Yes.
And Acholi.
Yes.
So that venue was supposed to give voice to over a quarter or a third. Was supposed to give voice to a third of Uganda.
True.
Did it?
Did it?
Did it?
Did it?
You were the people there, did it? Because everything was about Gulu.
Yes.
And nothing about Gulu. It was just a crime scene where you went and sat and consumed and wrecked 5 billion shillings. That is all.
And you risk being interpreted to hate northern Uganda.
I can't, I love it. And
why would you hate a meeting in Gulu?
I wouldn't hate it if it was the right format of a meeting. If, for instance, they had invited the district councils of northern Uganda to be in the Strangers Gallery and to have audience with committees, committee work, to look at the government assurances and to look at the things that are of concern to the people of northern Uganda, particularly their land, their natural resources. Did you ever mention a word about oil?
Is there oil in northern Uganda?
There is plenty of it. It is the biggest deposit.
Oil is in Bunyoro.
No, it is in Moya. It is in Amur. It is in West Nile. You didn't even go with the mineral map. You know nothing. You are also a tourist. Political tourist. You did a big disservice to the north. And the people of northern Uganda, the leaders, escorted themselves into that ambush.
The leaders
because
of northern Uganda?
Yes, they did. Because their argument was basic. You don't like us. How can't we not like part of us? We were only saying that they are giving you a raw deal. And it's only after the fact that they wake up. I mean, it irritates.
The purpose was to re-energize this region, to reawaken hope in a region ravaged by war and recovery.
Did you ever go past Acholi Inn? Did you ever go past there? Do you know the next village? You know nothing. Yeah?
You do not see any dividends from the Gulu regional sitting.
Listen, I come from a background where I did not need a regional sitting to know what was happening in northern Uganda at the time of war. As a young parliamentary association, I hope you remember that.
Yes, YPA.
As a young
very vibrant, of Onyango Kakoba.
Of us.
Of you.
We broke through the narrative of Konyiwo.
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
What did you break through here? Apart from roll calling, which they watch on TV, like they watched you on TV there. And I remember vividly watching Nathan Bianyima after talking, walking, and I followed him, went sat on a table. I said, this can't be the Nathan Bianyima I knew. That they've walked out of plenary early in the morning, they've gone to sit. I think maybe it was it behind there, what was there? Was it a lobby? The tables that were set behind?
Would imagine so it was a lobby.
I thought it was a restaurant that they had gone to have tea.
What was right in Gulu? What do you think was right? In any way, any one right thing done?
In the city?
You're struggling to...
Nothing.
You're struggling to think of any good thing.
Yeah, nothing. Because listen, I'm telling you that we were able to do that, not as even a plenary of parliament, but as young parliamentary association, seeking to know the country and what was hurting the country. And we met so many people. Actually, at one point, we chartered a plane to go to the Honorable Norbert Mao's function. Go look up Manuel Dombo, Charles Sego, the others are dead. Agria Wall is dead. You should have asked, you could have asked him. But those are the ones I remember that we went with. We chartered a plane. We landed into Peche, into the barracks, and then we were escorted to Peche Stadium. And because we had to leave by 4, drive and what, we were not able to address the people. But at least they saw us. We were there for them. We were physically there. When nobody could walk there, you had to be escorted through the park, you had to go through a convoy and all that. And remember, we also went through Sir Samuel Baker. Honorable Regan Okumo organized the function at Sir Samuel Baker. And that night, we were almost kidnapped from Acholi Inn by Joseph Kony.
When did you last go to Gulu?
I've just come from Gulu recently, maybe a month ago.
Are you not amazed by the recovery?
Wow, it's beautiful. It's the physical recovery, not the recovery of the people. The people are the saddest people in their spirit. Actually, the people of Acholi, they don't know who to trust government or their leaders, because even their leaders have betrayed them. I'm telling you.
The accusation is big. Oh.
But I'm telling you, because
you have just accepted that there is a recovery. This is exactly what Parliament went to
endorse.
endorse.
Listen, physical recovery. But I'll tell you the amount of money that was spent into northern Uganda rehabilitation. If you look at the schools they built, it's sad. It is sad. Because 10 years down the road, those schools are not schools anymore. They are physically worn out. And that it was a World Bank. If we were rebuilding northern Uganda, we needed to rebuild it past its 10 years it lost, 20 years it lost, and the 10 years they have to make up for. We had to do a leap for them, a leap forward. You see? But
are you sour graping because the North left FDC? You lost grip on the region.
I don't.
There was a time you had almost majority MPs there. Today you have
poor souls, poor people. They benefited more of when we offered leadership in northern Uganda, because we secured their land. Today they have been invited into a party called NRM, which party is dispossessing them. It's taking away their customary land. Dispossessed the entire North with obscene money to buy off. You know, now they don't fight. They gave up the fighting of coin. Now they are fighting using money and displacing populations, changing the entire cultural platform of a people, postponing Uganda's problem. Because the new owners of northern Uganda don't look like the northern Uganda people. No.
What are you saying?
Bayaka.
Salah.
Bayaka.
How?
You will see.
What are you saying? What are you saying?
I'm saying exactly.
Northern Uganda?
Yes.
Is in the safe hands now.
Of who?
It has produced new leaders. The Otemas. The Omonas. And the Salaamu Saleh now. Salaamu Saleh is the regional leader now.
The color has changed.
Which color?
Anyway, I hope you'll be...
You know what Salaamu Saleh has done, remobilizing that place?
No, sir. It's a lie.
One politician.
It is a lie. A big lie. Ask me next year.
Would you sacrifice yourself to leave your comfortable Namwendwa to go and stay in Acholi the time that Salaamu Saleh stayed there? She abandoned everything. Is a permanent resident a citizen there.
Yeah.
Which other politician would
really
do that?
So ordinary. You believe what you see. You believe what you see. You should be a deep analyst of what is he doing there.
Mobilizing
Why?
communities.
No, sir.
He
It has not. It is another venue for it's a command post, using words. It's a command post to command the north, command southern Sudan from there, command Eastern Congo from there, and also work out who are the stubborn politicians there, see how to rein them in, create the pseudo leaders, compromise. It's a dangerous game, sir. You don't know what they call statecraft. The day you will know it, you'll thank me. Statecraft.
But you have just agreed with me here that the North has changed. Physically changed. That the physical recovery is seen.
I'll tell you something. Salim Saleh was in charge of the Northern War. He was supposed to build security roads. Do you remember any security road? Obanga journalist wachi. Bya mere ya lero.
Takubye nnyo.
I mean, be a deep thinker, because we are talking about a country we love.
So
We're talking about people we know, we've worked with. 20 years down the road, there are more hotels there, and more people in markets, and less people in production. You have more kids who are disoriented, you know?
Sorry, I was in the Gulu myself. I was in actually in August.
Where were you?
Palabek.
Yes.
Kitugum.
Yes.
Moya.
Yes.
Padel.
And what were you doing? Taking a walk?
No. I was more
you were taking a walk
to observe for myself the recovery there. I saw
see on the road. You are a road. It was a road caravan.
No, I went into the villages. I saw a Tiak sugar factory, a wonderful investment of billions that government has put there. I saw Ayu Aral, the new sugar plantation. I saw the Acholi regional industrial hub, a very big industrial hub in Acholi. I saw Gulu logistics terminal, a beautiful one, more beautiful than Entebbe airport.
I'll tell you something. When they give you an airport to take out your wealth, it is counted on you as a physical presence. It is extraction of people's wealth for quick market sale. I'll give you an example. When gold was found in Kidepo, many years ago, 30 years ago, you remember there was even an accident that took the daughter of a minister then, a minister of Bunyoro. Did Kotido become rich? They extracted minerals from there. Planes used to land there from South Africa and take out the ore. Did Karamoja become rich?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Amanya n'eddoboozi Haji Abudu omusomi w'edduwa. Nkola ku nsonga ez'enjawulo, emirimu nga gikutataganyeko, ebyenfuna byo nga bidobonkanye, ne oba oli bweru wa ggwanga emirimu gyakucankalanako. Jangu kusomere ku dduwa. Okuva edda nedda edduwa zaabaawo, edduwa zisomibwa, omuntu n'oterezebwa mu mbeera yonna ebadde ekusibyeko akanyaaga. Nina ekyoto kye nsobola okukumira wadde oli bweru wa ggwanga nga toli kumpi wano, n'ofuna omukisa ogwo nawe n'osomerwako ku dduwa nga nkuteddeko n'akabaani. Allah ajja kukusaasira, ajja kukwanukula. Kuba ku nnamba yange y'essimu 075 2 44 756 ne ku WhatsApp kwendi. Mpereza obubaka sobole okuyamba. Salaamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Salah.
Just answer me. Did it?
It didn't.
When they're extracting cement, raw material, from Karamoja to Tororo, you have Tororo cement, you have Hima cement, you have Kampala cement, you have Simba cement. Is Karamoja rich or is Tororo rich?
None of the above.
So if you do not understand the Musevenomics, they call it Musevenomics,
What is Musevenomics?
the economics by President Museveni.
Oh,
Yeah.
the valid process through which we have recovered economically as a country?
The way the economic model of Museveni works is that it is a
Musevenomics is a book, I think. Is it not a book? Musevenomics.
It's written because of a concept that I'm trying to tell you.
Okay.
Wasoma paka ndabati ndi kukobera bintu
No. I have masters.
Oh.
Hey. So Musevenomics.
ndi kuogerza ebintu ebyakuswika. No. So that concept
Musevenomics.
Musevenomics, which is an economic concept of the kind of economy that President Museveni has created. A jobless growth. Wabanga olini all those minerals, but you suffer from joblessness of the majority of young people. It's a concept that is being studied and being understood. That's why I can ask you, when gold was evacuated from Kotido, from Karamoja region, did the Karamajongs develop?
No.
It is the way the colonialists did to this country. They extracted wealth from us and left us the way we were left. It's the same way they take out cement from Karamoja and process it in Tororo. And the Karamajongs and the Bakedi, none of them had seen any trickle.
What is FDC's point of departure from the Musevenomics? What is it that you disagree with?
That is not our template. That's not our template.
Yes, but it's there.
No, it's not our template.
What do you disagree with it?
I want you to start from the 10-point program.
Yes.
Because it's what leads you into this Musevenomics.
Yes.
It is what takes you into neocolonialism, neoliberalism.
Is the colonialist itself.
And we are telling you that, listen, we as nationals have over the years developed the competence and expertise to run this economy and to secure it in the hands of the citizens. Yeah.
Given opportunity,
Yeah.
what would you do differently to change northern Uganda? If you had the opportunity.
One is to acknowledge that the people of North are not homogeneous. You continue to lump them. You know, there was a time there was a question, the northern question. Ever heard of that? No. The northern question.
I've always heard of
Then there was the Buganda question.
Yeah, the Buganda question.
Now there's the Rwandese question. The questions have increased.
Which
none has gone away.
Rwandese. Let's start from the northern question. What was it?
The northern question was about their place in Uganda and the fact that they generated the leaders, the first post-independence leaders, who imposed their will on the South, and the South fought back. The North was different from the South. Over the years, the pushback about oppression has created more questions. I could also ask you about the Busoga question, which is defined by poverty.
I have kept searching through my soul to know that what is the Busoga question? At least other regions have questions that are common. What is the Busoga question?
I am Busoga.
Absolutely.
Yes. The Busoga question is about us as a people, our resources. You know, the entire River Nile and this source, the lakes, and the natural resources that we have not been allowed to exploit, that have been captured largely by the entire country and done so by law.
Salam, would you speak this to law if the regional parliament had sat in Busoga? Would you still say what you're saying here?
Of course.
Okay.
You see, when
would you
when
have to
Gulu,
see the regional parliament sit
Gulu,
in Jinja?
It serves no purpose. Have you ever driven between grain milling?
Yes, I know grain milling.
And
Dunlop grain milling.
Dunlop there and go down to, what is that place?
Walukuba. Masese.
Have you ever been to Walukuba and Masese of late?
Of late, no.
So, God, the filth, there's no road.
That's the very reason Parliament should come and see.
No, they don't need to. I'm not a parliament.
You are not.
And yet I see.
And do nothing. But
No,
Parliament
I
can
speak-
see and
I speak
change.
about it. By the way, I speak even better than them. Because they don't even know how to process this information to be actionable. What must we do as a people to make this government work for us?
What?
One, avail resources. Don't waste resources. For members of parliament to go to Jinja, they don't need to use parliamentary money. No, they need just to take a walk like the rest of us, go to Gulu, go to Umbarara, go to Masaka.
But the president went to Gulu. The endorsement by the head of state to go to Gulu was enough to demonstrate that this was the right thing to do. He would have done different. Really? You don't find it?
No.
The head of state
No.
went to address parliament in Gulu.
No. Obubadi obubali kolongo.
Bubadi.
Obubadi.
Bubadi Salam. Do you know what Kabadi is?
Let me tell you, the president doesn't need a parliament to go to Gulu. He doesn't. Please don't bottle him. He has the latitude to go anywhere, anytime. He doesn't need a parliament to go to Gulu. He doesn't. Because it's the head of state, as you say.
The inside out. Neproscopia Salaamu MUSUMBA. Very tough. Wabayogera Olungereza. Ate Salam. Tulonda leader of opposition. Lumu says, let the members of parliament of the opposition in parliament elect their leaders. The culture that started with you in FDC was that the party president appoints the leader of opposition in parliament. What's your take?
You see, yeah, I don't know where you people live. The party, the official opposition. You see, there's something, and this was because of Honorable Amama Mbabazi. You see, they poisoned the constitution. They infected it. They made omissions, strategic omissions, so that they could maintain a stranglehold.
You are saying they, when you were with them, you were part of that parliament.
No, sir. I am telling you that they, the guys who held the leadership of the transition from movement to partism, at the heart of it was a man called Amama Mbabazi.
Yes.
And Amama Mbabazi, using that majority, made omissions which he knew, deliberate. He knows that in a multi-party politics, there is an official position and there is a government. They omitted the word called official position and lumped everything and called it opposition. Whoever went to a ballot box and elected opposition?
No one.
No one. And so you cannot turn it and translate it into a terminology you use against the people and against democracy and against institutions. There is supposed to be an official opposition. An official opposition is that other party that has the next majority.
Not all parties
Not
combined.
all parties. I have nothing to do with NOP. I have nothing to do with DP. I have nothing to do with UPC. I am FDC. And NOP has nothing to do with me. They are the official opposition. and they must be held accountable for that mandate. They should be the ones to elect the people. They want to be their voice in the parliament.
We are speaking to intellectuals and students who learn from us. What is the official position?
The official opposition.
All opposition parties combined.
No, sir. That is where you miss the sheep. You know, you guys, you have made ignorance a business.
Because you
live with ignorance as a business.
No, your argument would mean that what matters in parliament is the ruling party and the official opposition party.
Yes.
These are the small
Those
parties.
are the two voices.
Insignificant.
They are. And therefore they choose whips to whip them to make their voice heard. But the mandate of leadership is for the two.
The ruling party
and the official opposition. Don't even waste time. Go and watch the House of Commons. In the House of Commons, it is more than one party. But you know only about what?
Two. Would that mean now that NUP, who are the official opposition now by your description, can operate with or without you, the FDCs?
Very much so.
And you'll be comfortable?
Yes, very much so. Because they're the other voice. You see, the misconception of Lumu, and Lumu is so bloody disappointing.
Lumu, I thought what he's doing the official is the right thing. Let that official position appoint from MPs. Not from Najana Nkumbi.
That is where his confusion is. You remember that a man called Segona tried it.
Yes.
In bad faith.
But
in real bad faith against FDC.
Why do you say bad faith?
I know. And if I didn't know, I wouldn't say. In real bad faith.
Segona?
Yes,
he was improving the administration of the Parliament Act.
Sir. He was disempowering the opposition and empowering the government.
So in this case, you stand with the status quo? That let the
parties
outside the parliament
elect the leader. Yes, it is the party. In any case, they are not elected. You see, you're so confused, conceptually confused. You cannot understand. This thing called multi-party is alien to you. Take time and read. Please.
Why should somebody from outside come and determine who
there
is
no
us?
outside. That is where the problem is.
Determine how parliament should be led.
The party is the one that produces the members of parliament. That is why you don't understand that the NRM caucus sits and chooses chairpersons. The party. That is what is called multi-party. Muchitegeire. I don't understand. It is called multi-party because parties have...
Lumu is empowering the opposition. In fact, he has actually said that even the position of deputy speaker be reserved for the opposition.
Lumu is ignorant par excellence.
The inside out. Proscovia, Salaamu MUSUMBA. Nzesa Simon. Muyanga Lutaya.
This is Insider.